PDF one MSS. Without MSS.
Sir, on the sideline, you're ready, Mr. Umashankar?
Second.
Sir Umashankar, on the sideline ready? Director, executive director.
Yes, sir. So he's going to use my system only. So after finishing his, then I will join with you. Okay. So I will be with him only.
So can we get started? Are you ready, or will it take some more time?
No, Sujata, we have to wait for 3 more minutes. It is not at 3 p.m.
No,
right?
no, I know that.
Let us wait because now only people are registering, and now so far we got.
I will not start, Ravi. I'm just getting confirmation from
sure. No problem.
industry.
No. Oh yeah, sure.
Sir, நீங்க தான் பேசணும்.
Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Mr. Natarajan.
Yes, good afternoon, madam.
Yeah, good afternoon, Natarajan. This is Ravi from PAL. How are you, sir?
Sir, I'm very happy, sir, that you have taken enough efforts to organize this virtual meeting, which is a new concept for the COVID period time. And thank you and your team for taking all efforts to bring this a reality today. And about our organization, I would like to say that I am Natarajan, functioning as Executive Director of the company since day one. That is, we started the company in October 1994, and we have completed 2 days back 26 years of operation, and we are now into 27th year of operation successfully. And we have a campus of about 2.5 acre with all facilities, and the factory was started with the ages of Sibagaigi, the erstwhile producer of Vinaka toothpaste, and they were into specialty chemicals for textile and leather, and that division was brought to Pondicherry, and we started there. And in 2006, Sibagaigi was sold to an American company called Huntsman International India Limited, and since then we are associated with Huntsman with a 24% equity participation of the management, and the company is doing very well, and we are almost into major textile products for textile softening, greasing, degreasing, sunforizing, printing, etc. In addition to that, we also do leather softening chemicals and repacking of micronutrients for a German company called BASF. With the recent problem of pandemic COVID-19, we had ventured into the manufacture of sanitizer and disinfectants of high quality with proper licensing from the government authorities. And the market is quite well, it's going on. And our factory has about 75% on the permanent role and about 20 people on floating level, like as and when there is work, they will be attending to that and going on. And the range of products is increasing day by day. When we started the factory in '94, it was approximately 6 to 8 products. Today we are nearly covering 100 products of all the ranges, which is a great show for us. And we are proud to say that we are one of the biggest chemical industry in Pondicherry thing. And our factory is situated in a farmed estate called Pondicherry Industrial Promotion Development Investment Corporation estate. And we have all the facilities like road, telecommunication, water, sewage, etc. Everything. Our collaboration with the American as well as the Basel company has given us a lot of experience on the front of environment, health and safety. We pay 100% attention to environment, health and safety, and we educate our team of workers every month by having a session on the latest innovation in the field of safety, environment protection and health aspects. And even during this pandemic time, last 6 months, we are giving every employee a Kabasura Kudineer in the morning, and all the personal protective equipments have been provided at high cost to see that. A couple of days back, the government of Pondicherry Health Department and the Industry Association has organized a COVID camp at our plant to test all the employees, and to our surprise and happiness that all the people screened by the government doctors were found negative for COVID, which is a great success for the way in which we have followed the instructions offered to us by the government of India and the Prime Minister. And in addition to that, we have today our range of manufacturing volume extends to nearly 750 to 850 tons a month, and correspondingly sufficient amount of raw materials, packing materials also keep coming, and we are fully geared in the logistic area to handle all these operations successfully with the good training given to us by our principal companies like Huntsman International India and BASF. Coming back to the welfare measure, what we are offering to our workers, any employee joining us, the day one, they are introduced into Provident Fund, ESI, and they are also given medical insurance, accidental insurance, and star health insurance, everything. So they are very happy. And secondly, the workers are given all the latest material handling equipments so that they don't feel strained or stressed to work while in operation of the plant. And lot of awards have been received by the company. From the government of Pondicherry Agriculture Department, we have won consecutively for 5 years Malar Raja Award for the best maintained industrial garden. The Pondicherry Pollution Control Committee has chosen our company for the award of Green Award, the citation as well as a cash award of 25,000 for the latest innovations in all technologies what we are doing. And the COSIDIC from Bangalore has considered us as one of the outstanding entrepreneurs in Pondicherry, to say a few one. And apart from this, we are a zero discharge effluent company, and that brought us the Green Award to us with much ease. And we have a modernized sewage treatment plant at our plant, and the treated water is used for gardening purpose and everything. Above all, we are very proud with God's grace to tell or share with this group that In the last 26 years, we are an accident-free company, which is a great innovation to the training what we have received. And we are all thankful to our mentor, Mr. Swaminathan and his family, who has given us all encouragement, interest and guidance from day-to-day activities. And our system of accounting, our system of recording, logistics, everything is of the high standard. And we now request Mr. Umashankar to share the actual production and other related part of it. And we once again thank the team of Pauls for having organized this wonderful session for us, which we are very proud of it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Natarajan.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
So, dear participants, we did hear a wonderful introduction by Mr. Natarajan, the Executive Director of Swathi Organics. So, with this, we welcome all of you to the second virtual industry visit. We are very happy to invite the delegates. I suppose Mr. Swaminathan is also there, or probably he might join a little late. Mr. Swaminathan?
No, Swaminathan is sitting in Chennai, madam.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay. So, he's not joining us, sir?
No, he is not joining us. Yes,
Okay,
he-
so
Okay.
Mr. Natarajan was there. We did hear from him, and Mr. Umashankar from Swathi Organics Limited. The company is based out of Pondicherry. I also extend my welcome to the management and faculty representatives from PALS, various PALS partner institutes, and to our dear students. And a warm welcome once again to the PALS champions who are anchoring this session here today. Just before we proceed, participants, I think, all of you are already familiar with the ground rules. You will stay muted. Do not turn on your video. The Q&A segment, you can ask your questions during the Q&A segment. We will see it on, around that time. If it is possible, you can raise your hand and we will unmute you. Otherwise, you can always use the chat box to post your questions. So with this, I hand it over to the PALS champion, Mr. Rakesh, to do the introductory session. Over to you, Mr. Rakesh.
Yeah, thank you, Sujata, and a warm welcome to all the participants. I can see the count at around 334, which is very, very encouraging. A warm welcome to Mr. Natarajan and Mr. Umashankar. Thank you, the Swathi Organics team, for agreeing to help us with this virtual industry visit. Just 2 lines on PALS. I think we need to speak more about Swathi Organics. We need to speak more about Mr. Swaminathan. Just to give the background, PALS is an initiative of the alumni of IIT Madras and now across all IITs, wherein we are looking at how to make the students' engineering journey more, worthwhile, in the sense that they really start appreciating the various nuances and facets of engineering. And it is not just that, all of you just train at the end of the day. I'm sorry to say this, to join an Ola or an Uber, but we would rather be more comfortable if each one of you could, if it's a chemical engineer, it should be a company like Swathi. If it's a mechanical engineer, something like a TVS group, because that's where when we feel that the 4 years which you have spent will be meaningfully used. As a part of this entire initiative, we are organizing these virtual industry visits. Normally it's a proper industry visit, but this year because of Corona, we have not been able to do it. And we are thankful to all our partners who have agreed to, conduct these virtual industry visits. Mr. Umashankar here is going to lead us through the entire gamut and the facet of manufacturing the specialty chemicals. As Mr. Natarajan has been explaining to us, it's a very, very highly technical product which they are doing. They have a collaboration with SIBA, who are the world leaders. And, more, I will leave it to Mr. Umashankar as we go along. But I would like to have a special thanks for Mr. Swaminathan, who is the doyen of the industry, who has been, the founder and the patriarch of the Swathi group of companies. He has been steering the group with his astute knowledge of market dynamics and emerging business trends. It's his vision, his values, and relentless efforts that have seen the group cross many milestones in its journey towards excellence. And it is the same excellence which we all, I'm very sure will benefit from. We also, at this point need to understand Mr. Swaminathan is also known for his various other activities and philanthropy. Those of who are more interested can always log into kalakendra.com to check out what are the various other ways in which Swaminathan sir is interacting and helping society. Kala Kendra is emblematic of India's extremely vibrant cultural heritage. It encapsulates a rich talent in a variety of fields like dance, music, art, etc. It provides a platform to showcase the tremendous wealth of knowledge in indigenous areas like yoga and Ayurveda, among other things. Now, why we need to understand this is that all of us who are engineers, it is not necessarily that life is boring. Beyond your engineering, studies, there are other ways in which we can give back to society. We can work with society, and I think Swaminathan sir is the epitome of that. Over to you, Mr. Umashankar, and I leave the session to you to guide us through this wonderful journey. Thank you so much, participants. Once again, the count is now 353, and I think we are just hoping to hit the 500 today. And that shows the popularity of Umashankar sir and Swathi Organics, I should say.
No,
Over to you, sir.
It is because of Paul sir, not because of Swathi, because no one knows Swathi. So I don't know whether after completing the session, they will extend the same support to us. I don't know.
No, sir, they will.
Okay, anyway, good evening to all. I'm thanks to Sir Prakash and Rakesh and our director. They had given a wonderful speech just now. So I'm going to start to present our factory profile, just to give an idea about how what is Swathi, what we are manufacturing, or what are the facilities we are having. Everything you will have it. 1 second. I will start with profile first without wasting my time. Madam, can you play the presentation of Swathi profile? Because I'm not able to see this.
Yes, sir, I'll do it.
Like we have art, music. So these are some of the works by the
Swathi profile, is it?
Yes, Swathi profile. Can you see this?
Yes, sir. You can. I have shared already.
Yeah, it has come now.
I will go to the slideshow. I think all of you is able to see this presentation, no?
Not yours. I have shared, sir.
It's okay.
Yeah, all people can see it now. I mean, it's appearing there. Everybody can see it.
I'm on the second slide.
Okay. So, 1 second. If you go through our second slide, it says ensure that everybody you transact business with the gains in every way, then you will never ever lose. This one is actually our management. Management is our chairman, Mr. Swaminathan. He is always having this in his mind. So whoever is associating with him, they have to get some benefits. They are not the people to gain all the profits of the company. So if you would like to share this, share everything to people associated with him. So he would like to give this in our presentation always. So that's why we are keeping it always in our Swathi profile presentations. So we can go to the third slide, madam. So, as our director says, our factory was established during 1994, October 14th October. 5 years back, we had obtained the ISO 9015 certification. You go to the next slide, madam. This is our logo, our factory logo. Next one. Yes. So, yeah. this cars, our director said, our company was started with the collaboration with Hindustan Siba Gehi Limited, and then Siba had changed their name to Siba. Then Siba had sold the division to Huntsman, textile division to Huntsman. So from 2006 to 2000, now current till today we are making all our products made for Huntsman International India Private Limited. They are the American MNC. They have factories all over the world. They are the big giants in textile as well as polyurethane and other products. So we are very luckiest people to have an association with them. So they are having almost 28% share in this company. Uh, okay, go to the next slide, madam. Our vision. So they say almost same as our policy about Mr. Swaminathan, share the wisdom and wealth for the welfare of external and internal customers, business associates, and society at large. So you can go to the next slide. Innovation is our missions are innovation and improvement and institutionalization should be the pillars of our business. So we are following this from this day one itself. That's why we are able to survive till date. Go to the next slide. This company was started with 14 people in 1994. Then we had gained a lot of competencies from our customers, from our suppliers, and people who are all associated with us. So I can read this because this is our knowledge what we had gained during the last 26 years. So we always compliance with the laws. To meet the customer standard, we never deviate anything, even from government formalities or customer quality specification for the products. So we always stick with the management rules and regulations, everything, to use our company property to the best way to minimize the loss and waste. And everything is accountable. Whatever is we are losing in the production process or anything, we are accounting it, and that's why we are here. As our director said, we are still dividend paying unit for past 26 years to all our shareholders. So maintain privacy and confidentiality of our company information as well as the customer and coworker. This is most important requirement for running a company. For example, Huntsman International Private Limited is a multinational company. They are having a database in USA. They are having Justice Department. They have very high regulations. We have to follow them very strictly, and we are supposed to not to share anything, even for one product information to anybody. So we got their confidence because of maintaining our privacy and confidentiality. So they are giving more and more products now. Very recently, they had advised us to increase our textile production from 6 tons per day to 36 per tons per day. So that is because this is honor for our confidentiality with the maintained with our parent company. So operate, monitor, control, and improve manufacturing process and schedules to meet customer requirements. Yes, this we cannot fix it. Every day we go to change based on the latest technology and our latest experience, everything. So this we are still learning and we are still improving our standard of manufacturing, everything. So maintain and optimize manufacturing equipment system. We are probably we can. This one is very important because if you are not maintaining the equipment and systems, there will be a lot of breakdowns. You cannot meet the customer's requirement. So we never experience any day. We got the complaint that Swathi is not able to meet the target because of the machine's failure or something. So this we can say that because of this maintain and optimize manufacturing equipment and systems. So ensure product and process meet quality requirements as defined by our customer specification. Yes, this is also we till date none of the products produced by us got rejected by our customers. All are well accepted and accepted by end users also. Emphasize quality, customer satisfaction, and fair pricing. So this is also one of the main reasons that our customers, number of customers have grown. Not only the Huntsman, so we are having a BA as another MNC as our customer. And Langro India Private Limited, a German company, they are also our customer. And TFL Clean India Private Limited, they are also MNC. They are also one of our customers. So all our customers are MNCs. We are very proud of that. Since we are following the, all the process here to satisfy customer specification, and we are not involving in the bribes, kickbacks, anything for anybody. So they have very good confidence and they are still giving business, and we are also still growing. Maintain a healthy and safe environment and report any violation discrepancies. Yes, this is mandatory because we are working for almost 90% of our productions made for American company called Huntsman. So we have to report anything, any deviation, if anything happen. Otherwise, we will lose their confidence, confidentiality, and this will lead to loss of the business. So these are the our competencies. That's why yes, we are maintaining it till date so that we are getting more and more business from our customers daily on a regular basis. Go to the next slide, madam. Yes, as a factory, we have a license for almost nine, I think nine products. Madam, go to the previous slide. Previous slide. First one is textile chemicals and formulations. Textile chemicals means, we all know only our shirts and anything like the cloth, our clothes. So these clothes, before we wear it, it should gone through lot of chemical treatments in the chemical textile processing industries. So we are manufacturing almost 40 different chemicals made for the processing of textiles, like bending agents, fixing agents, printing agents, stabilizers, peroxide stabilizers, like that. We can give a lot of examples. This is our major production volume. So we are making almost 36 tons per day at present. Second one is synthetic tanning agent. This is for leather chemicals. We are doing it for Langro India Private Limited. They are making some resins, tanning products, and then next one is fat liquor formulation. This is also going in leather for TFL. Textile softener. This textile softening agent meant for Huntsman. Blended dye stuff meant for textile. Then plastic injection molding unit. This is meant for um, pen components, repacking of agromicronutrients for BIS, 300 tons per annum. So we receive bulk material and we repack it and retail packs and give it to them. And then very recently we had gone to the production of hand sanitizers. This is alcohol-based sanitizers. As per the WHO formulation and CDSO formulations, we are making these products regularly with affordable price. We are doing it as a service for our people. So we are giving it a very low price to our dealers as well as whoever is approaching us for their sanitizers requirement. So disinfectants also, because there was a heavy demand in the market, there was not non-availability disinfectant. So our management had decided to produce disinfectants also for residents as well as the offices for spray application or floor wash or bathroom cleaner like that. So these are our range of products we are currently under production now. So go to the next slide, madam. Yes, this is our factory in layout. I am our directors told that our campus is 2.5 acres, and this will give since people have not able to visit here. So this is our just layout, and with what are the uh, plants and utilities available are marked here. So go to the next one, madam. So we have almost four different plant production plants. Two of them are reactors and remaining are fermenters only. With our equipments, we can produce these products. Distillation, any condensation process, esterification, emulsification, amidation, polymerization, and this is formulation. This formulation is we are doing it now meant for many textile chemicals. So this one itself contribute about 600 to 650 tons every month, and the reactions are about 100 to 150 tons every month. So we can go for next slide, madam. So I told you we have reactors. So all are SS316, and only the old reactor. This is having 26 years old reactor. This one is SS316. So these two are recently installed to meet our increase in production volume. So that the latest material of construction is SS316 with more corrosion resistance vessels. So all the reactors are provided with nitrogen purging, liquid coil for steam and cooling, and rupture disc to and pressure rupture disc for emergency pressure releasing purpose, and pressure vacuum gauges. We have variable frequency drive baffle plates. So full are equipped for making any reactions, which I mentioned in the earlier slides. So next to the formulation, go for next slide, madam. So these are the formulators available with us. Formulators means we cannot conduct any reaction here. These are the open vessels. We can do just formulation, mixing with the water with the help of heating or cooling, like that we can do. So we have 0.5 meter cube capacity to 6 meter cube capacity, various vessels here. So go to the next slide, madam. So previous slides. So to operate all the reactors and the process, we need supporting utilities. For that purpose, we are having two non-IPR boiler and chiller to give better cooling, about 10 to 15 degrees Celsius cooling, melting chamber, cooling tower, vacuum pump, silus mixer for homogenizer, bag filter for filtering the finished product, goods lift for moving the material from the ground floor to the second, third floor, like that, air compressors for operating air operated pumps, AOD pumps, and Lutz pumps for pumping material from barrels to vessel, soft water plant to treat the water, corporation water to treat it and make it use of our production, and then chassis filling machine for filling sanitization chassis, container filling machine. We have filling machines from 50 ml to 1 liter in a container for sanitizers, and batch printing machine. Go to the next slide, madam. Then to support our production activity, we have a inbuilt laboratory for analyzing raw material and quality control, and also analyzing the finished product. So we have some specialized equipments made for our testing. So there are wall fisher for testing water content, Brookfield viscometer to check the viscosity, the electronic balance and oven, vacuum pumps, magnetic stirrers, and for stir motor setup with the for taking laboratory batches, pH meter, TDS conductivity meter, like that. So we'll go for next slide. So since we are making chemicals as our products, so we have to treat our the effluent generator at our plant. So for the purpose, we have a inbuilt effluent treatment plant. So this plant is considered as a zero liquid discharge plant. So we are not letting out any water to the ground or straight drainage. We are treating the water, and our treated water is used for our in-house operations. So go for next. We will. I will show you in more details when we are taking you to the virtual industry visit. So go for next slide, ma'am. So as I said, our production process in the factory is eco-friendly, zero discharge. So this is what I said. We will see more in our industrial visit, virtual visit. Go to the next slide, ma'am. So we have about 25,000 square feet warehouses for storing raw material as well as finished product and packing material. So we have a CCTV surveillance camera, almost all the places of all the vantage places of our factory premises, and we have cold storage, for storing some enzymes less than 20 degrees Celsius, all the safety equipments, everything we are having. So go for next slide now. So we have started, we got totally 65 manpower trained in production, maintenance, EHS, uh, and lab chemists, data entry, office administration, security, drivers like that. So all are permanent employees. We are paying them from the day one itself, PF, ESI, everything. Whatever is the income or what, whether we produce or not, our Mr. Swaminathan, our chairman, he is always having the policy that he ought to pay the salary on the first day of every month. So every evening of the first day of every month, all the employees get their salary in their bank accounts. So from the day one to till date, our management is following this. So I hope that our employees are very happy of working with us. So go for next slide, ma'am. So these are the, you can see these are the material handling equipments we are using. Drum trolley for moving 200-liter steel and plastic barrels, and pallet trucks for moving smaller 50 kg container like that, and forklift for operating intermediate bulk containers, 1,000-liter packs like that. We are using as a material handling equipments at our site. So go for next slide. So our quality policy, we go to tell. So we are committed to satisfy the customers by ensuring defect-free and on-time execution of manufacture and supply of industrial chemicals by continually improving. This is the one. So every day we are learning and improving our knowledge and our method of operation and quality management system, everything to the satisfaction of our customers. So yeah, the expectations are increasing day by day. When we are making 500 tons in a month, our customer is expecting next month or year they would like to go for 600 tons. So we have to get up and meet that requirement without telling any reason for not able to achieve the target like that. So that's why whatever is the requirement of Huntsman, not only Huntsman, our customers, we have to gear up by expecting that the customer would like to ask us for these things like that. We prepared ourselves to meet the requirement before they ask us. So we are doing it till date. So we are committed to ensure safe working environment, meeting all applicable regulatory requirements. Yes, this is the one our director said that till date the factory is running without any major breakdown or any accidents. So really because of our policies and safety methods we are adapting here, that gives us this kind of accidental free environment for us. So go for next slide, ma'am. So since we are saying that we are accidental free factory, these are the things we are following here to achieve that situation. So we are not separating EHS is different. EHS is the EHS for spending anything regarding EHS is waste of money like that. Since but we think that the production as well as EHS are not separatable. We cannot distinguish these two as a separate things. So our management is also supporting us very well. Even they will not ask us how we are spending the money for PPE or fire safety equipments. They are encouraging us to encourage our employees to wear all the safety equipments properly. And whenever the person is coming to our factory for working, he have to go home safely without losing his part of his body. So that is the main concern. So that's why our management is giving most freedom to us to take all the precautions and give trainings to our employees to give to create a safe environment for them to work. So like that we are these are a few points we would like to highlight in our policy. AHS management is essential business function that can provide competitive business advantage. Yeah, if your factory is able to run without any major breakdown or without any accidents, our customers will be definitely happy to give more product to us. because they will have the confidence on us that they will get their product in time. So second one is to identify environmental health and safety hazards and to minimize associated risks to employees and customers. This part is ours. So whatever the new product introduced by customer, we have to analyze what are the safety risks available in that particular production or process. So we have to go for one step ahead to prevent those risks without affecting our employment. So to ensure the compliances with applicable laws and company standards, yes, this is must. If you are deviating any laws or if you are not getting any license and without any license, without the license, if you are running, if government officers are visiting our factory and doing some inspection, if they find that we are not having valid license or anything, so they will ask us to close the factory for some time till we get the license. So to avoid that situation, we go to follow all the laws and regulations, and we are ready with all our licenses, valid licenses any day, to increase safe behaviors and decrease the at-risk behaviors. Yes, if one particular operation, for example, if you are shipping a material from the warehouse to plant, you are finding that some issue is there, we have to attend it immediately. Instead of telling them to just to bypass that issue to pass that day. So that is the risk behavior. So we have to eliminate them. So that's why we are giving adequate training to our employees to follow all the safety guidelines during their presence at the factory, to ensure effective environmental health and safety training. Yes, that's what I said. To investigate all incidents, to determine the root cause, and to develop effective corrective actions for incident prevention. This is very essential activity in any industrial, in any industries. So if there is any quality issue or any problem because of that issue, if your production is getting delayed, so we have to investigate what is the reason, and we have to correct it. It should not come again. So that is the root cause analysis. So this should be done for each and every problem, and it should be documented so that the next person who is coming to your position, he can see what are the issues and what the remedies that we had done it. So like that, it will be easy for them to learn it so quickly. Then to create a world-class environment, health and safety performance enhances our ability to produce high-quality specialty chemicals, and thus enabling us to become outstanding shareholder value. Yes, if you are able to produce products meant for our customers without any safety issues or any environmental issues, so this will be a very good honor for a company in front of their customers. To manage change, including new manufacturing process for products by identifying the element new risks. Yes, if we're going to change one particular process or any sequence of raw material addition, this should be documented and this should be highlighted to our person involved in that operation, so that he will be geared up for that change, and he will know what are the consequences why this change had been affected. So all these things to be highlighted to them, so that he can do the process or anything confidently. To measure accurately environmental health and safety performance, so that proper decision to make improvement. So we have to do this. We have a data how much hazardous waste we are generating, how much we get moved out, how much is lying with this. Like that, we should prepare the data so that we can avoid any day. We can avoid the accumulation of hazardous waste, which is creating a occupational health hazard to our employees. We can minimize that. So to develop and retain documentations, procedures and performance, yes, this should be that was I said. We have to maintain anything in our documented form, so that our next people will come to see and give the remedy. So without wasting the time, to communicate company policy, objectives, and performance to employees and the public. Yes, this every year based on government regulations, our policy also will change. What are the changes we are affecting, whether it is a process or legal or HR policies, we go to share it to our employees so that we should not hide it anything from them. To make every employee responsible and should be held accountable for preventing accidental mistakes, I think. So So that's what the training what we are giving. No, so if there is any deviation observed at the production site or maintenance site or anything, uh, that person will not go just like that. This is not his job. By telling this is not his job, so he will immediately highlight it to his superior. So this work is idle, as this is not done. So because of that, the kind of accidents will happen. So the training we are giving to our employees, that is really helping us to minimize our breakdowns. So go for next slide, ma'am. Go for next slide. These are the awards we had obtained. This one is a very prestigious award. We got it from the Pollution Control Board, Green Award for the year 2007 to 2009, for a best maintained industrial treatment, effluent treatment plant, like that. And this one is for outstanding entrepreneur award from PIPTIC, that is government PIPTIC corporation, where we are having our industrial factory. This is our chairman, Mr. Swaminathan, during the award function. Go to the next slide, ma'am.
That's all, sir.
Yeah.
Slide is over. The next one, you are sharing or should I share?
Yeah, I will try to share it from, because there is videos are all there. So can you see this, madam?
Yes, we can. Can you put
Yes.
it in the slideshow mode, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I think Swathi profile presentation gave some ideas to all of you who listening this. So because of the COVID-19 issue, none of them are able to visit our factory, none of, from the academic level. So we have a lot of restrictions here. So that when the Pauls asked us for the industrial virtual industrial visit, we had we said okay that we will see how it will help the students. So we had prepared one PowerPoint presentation uh, covering almost all our activities. This is, since it's our first activity for this kind of industrial visit, so I may not cover it thoroughly, but I'll try to explain it at my best. Our factory, Swathi Organics and Specialties Private Limited, situated in Metropolitan Industrial Estate in Puducherry. This is our one of the oldest plant. You are seeing this background. This is one of the oldest plant. This plant is 26 years old. So I will go to the next slide. So just run a factory, we need some basic licenses. First one is permanent registration certificate from Industries Department. This is the first one we go to approach. Once we are ready with your project, what you are going to produce and everything, then you have to get this license. Second one is factory license from Chief Inspector of Factories and Boilers. And third one is municipality license. And this one is the most essential license to get the air and water consent from Pollution Control Board. And then to keep your hazardous waste, what are the waste we are going to generate. To handle that also, we go to get the license from Pollution Control Board. Then MSc registration certificate. If you are coming under that category, you can get this. Otherwise, not needed. Then GSC registration certificate. These are the essential licenses to start a factory in every place. So you need not go for all these licenses separately. Now government is organizing the single window option. That is Department of Industries and Commerce. They will get like application from you, and they will pass your application to all these departments. And you need not go for all this department unless they ask for some clarifications. Now the governments have simplified the process of getting all these licenses. So if anybody is interested to go for put up a chemical manufacturing for any plant, so you have to consider these things. You can consider these things. So next one, general operation. What we are doing here, just to highlight what we are doing here, I put this. Um, First, maintaining the legal documents. So what are the licenses I told you, no, it should be valid. So some of the license we go to get once in a year, some of the license we go to renew it every year or every once in 3 years or once in 5 years like that. So this should be followed by putting the responsibility to suitable person to monitor it. And before the expiry of all this license, that is 30 days before the expiry, we go to apply for all the license for this to maintain the legal documents. Because if you are running your factory without valid license, uh, the government people can come and stop your entire operation. It will affect your business as well as your image in front of your customers. So then, once your factory is well established and you have all the license, you would get the production plan from your customer. This plan normally they give it in the form of PO or something. So based on your production PO, we have to arrange raw material and packing material, and then we go to store raw material, receive raw material. We go to check the quality. If it is the quality is okay, then we can account it in our by doing GRN. Then storage. Uh, Once you are ready with your raw material, then you can go for a production. Production based on the RM availability or customer's priority, you can go. The production activity involve issue of raw material from stores, and then production, testing of finished product, and approval from laboratory for a finished product, then accounting and storage. Once you are ready with your product, you can arrange dispatches to your customers as per their instructions. So these are the general operation available for any production unit. In our factory, chairman is a top person. Uh, Under him, we have a managing director and another director. He's another director from his family. He is his first son. And middle one is director of Huntsman. This is since I told you here in the when I'm displaying the profile of our factory. Huntsman is having about 20% of our share. That's why they are having one director from their division. Then our entire operation, production operation at Pondicherry was headed by Mr. Natarajan, Executive Director. He is reporting to Managing Director and others. So under him, Quality Assurance Manager, Production Manager, Maintenance Manager, Manager Accounts and Logistics, and respective teams are reporting the respective managers here: QA team, production team, maintenance team, and logistic team. So go for next. So now I told you because of COVID-19 pandemic, lot of changes had happened. Uh, this the COVID-19 pandemic have very it changed the entire lifestyle of our I think almost all the population in the world. Even for our factory, we have lot of formalities, or not the formalities, not the guidelines we are giving to our employees whenever they are coming to our factory. What are the things they have to follow? As our Natarajan sir told in his speech that suddenly government officers had organized COVID-19 testing at our factory. Almost 31 people were working at that shift. So they tested all, but none of them are positive. So that is the success. What because the policies what we are maintaining to avoid spreading COVID-19 in our factories. So whenever people are coming inside, we are disinfecting their vehicles with the 3% hydrogen peroxide. It is a very good disinfectant. If it is available in the market even 50 to 55 rupees per kg at 50% concentration. If you want to use it, you can get it and dilute it, and you can use it for domestic or your offices or your shops. You can use it for disinfecting your vehicles as well as the surfaces. And then we had provided a new wash basin at the entrance for them to wash their hands before doing any activity inside our premises. Then after washing, they have to apply for hand sanitizers. Then we are monitoring their body temperature, and we are recording the temperature of each and every employees. So sometimes when we start the shift, no, the flow of people will be more. We need to maintain the social distancing also. That's why we have some marking on our floor with 6 feet distance. So our employees are following that marking, and for the temperature checking, as well as their, entering their attendance with their access card. While checking the temperature, if the body temperature is abnormal and if they are having some kind of cold symptoms or something, some health issues we find, we will ask them or we will recommend them to go for a medical checkup, and we are not allowing them just like that inside our factory. So this entire operation is controlled by our executive director. He is having a separate office in our factory building, but he would like to sit to work in the front office where only just one chair and table. So I think the students who are watching this program, uh, you may think your aim is to sit in the AC room with the doing a white collar job like that. But what all these facilities our director had, not enjoying this, he's just sitting on a chair in front of us with the table to controlling the entire factory operation for almost last 15 years. Next video shows everything you can see there. And then other than this uh, COVID-19 procedures, our front office people are doing all the gate entries of inward and outward material. So they are without their knowledge, no one can come inside, and no goods to move. We cannot move outside. So we will show. I will show you a small video in front office in our next slide. This is our factory name board.
We're able to see the video, sir.
You cannot see any high-rise building or anything. You can see only green. I have another video also at the end of the slideshow. Green, so many greens inside. So the reason for this kind of green in our factory is our executive director. He is MSc MPhil in botany. So he is very much interested in planting trees and growing plants. So because of his dream, so our factory is green now. So I told you the wash basin we had recently fixed. These are the display boards to give some awareness to our employees. Even they may forget everything because of the stress at home. So then while he is entering in our factory, these boards will remind them that there is a pandemic, so we have to be more care. So that's why we are displaying lots of boards here, mainly related to COVID-19. This is a sanitizer bottle we had kept in front of our factory. So this board is during the year 2018-19 was our silver jubilee year. So we get celebrated well that 25th year. So for that purpose, we had designed this board and still in our display. This is the spray disinfectant spray for vehicle. This video shows how a person is entering inside our factory, our employee. So after entering inside our factory and till he put his attendance card, you can see how he is following this COVID-19 guidelines given by us. This is nothing but 3% hydrogen peroxide. We go to get 50% availability, 50 or 30% available in the market. We go directly with proportionate water and we use the sprayer and we can do disinfectant. It is not giving any corrosion to your vehicle. So it is safe to use for any vehicle. So he is using scan wash. So it's monitoring his temperature. Just recording his body temperature and then he's entering access code. I told you, no, Narajan, executive director is just sitting in as a front office. He is conducting all the activities. He is having separate office with the AC, sofa, everything, but he would like to sit and work here only. So why I am showing this much, taking this much time for this video, no? So the success I told you, 3 days, last 3 to 4 days back, we got a sudden COVID-19 visit of COVID-19 monitoring team. They get tested all employees for this COVID-19 test. So all are negative. So even though we have only 1 month holiday, we had only 1 month holiday during April. From May onwards, we are working continuously. So even though we are working with continuously for more than 50 manpower in our premises, so none of them were positive because of this policy adopted and following by us uh, regularly without any gap. So this video you can see the entrance of our factory. This one, what I told you, our director is uh, always fond of greens. So that's why he have the board here. இயற்கையை கோப்பம், இயற்கையோடு வாழ்வும், இயற்கையே தெய்வம், இயற்கையை வழிபடுவோம், worship, save nature, live with nature, nature is God, worship nature. This is his policy. So this area is in our front office for unloading raw material and loading any FGs. This is our warehouse. So let's say put these photos here. And next, as I told you, we have four production plant. The first one is old liquid plant, that is we had constructed during 1994, and we got expanded during 2004 with another plant called the new liquid plant. This is just adjacent to our plant. You can say it's just expansion of our old liquid plant. And the third one is additional liquid plant to meet the increasing volume. This was constructed separately with higher volume. These two plants having 6 KL formulators, and this one is having 9 KL vessel. Then the fourth one is meant for making hand sanitizers. So, as per the drug control, we cannot mix up production of hand sanitizers with our other chemical units. So that we had recently installed small 1500 kg formulator on separate area. That work is still going on. But with the temporary license we obtained from drug control, we are using that vessel and making sanitizers in that place itself. So we have a powder blending unit also for blending any solid blending activity with the capacity of 500 kg. If you run all these plants, we can easily produce 22.5 tons in a shift. So if you go for 2 shifts, 3 shifts operations, we can multiply this quantity for 2 or 3 like that based on our production volume. Then this is called our old liquid plant. This one is old structure and expanded unit is here. So this is our 9 KL vessel recently built, I think 2009 or something. So I will show you a small video of our plant here. This one is 1500 kg small formulation vessel. So here we have a small mesh. So while charging any material, the powder form, if there is any steel or wooden objects are there, to prevent that goes inside, so we have a small mesh here. If you remove it, you can see bigger size grill. So this is just to prevent any drums or barrels go inside during the charging activity. This one is a variable frequency type to control the stirrer speed. We can see the display here, and we can adjust whatever the speed we need with from 15 RPM to 60 RPM. This is the inside view of our formulator. This kind of stirrer is called anchor stirrer. We have this kind of stirrer in all our formulators. Still the shape is looking like anchor. I think it is called as anchor stirrer. This one is SS316 vessel. This is a small reactor. This line is for rupture disk line. There is a if the pressure of inside reaction goes beyond our limit, the rupture disk will explode, and the pressure will be released through this line. So this line is meant for, from the reactor to condenser. We told that product range we can do some distillation. No, when we are making any distillation process, the water vapor will come through this line and it passes through the condenser. The condenser is having cooling water outside. So because of cooling, the gas condensed as a liquid. That liquid will be collected in a receiver which is kept at the ground floor. So this is the concept of our reactor. This one is a small measuring vessel for adding any chemicals. There is a small pipeline here. We can control the rate of addition by adjusting the valves here for any reaction or any formulation. This kind of stirrer is called paddle plate stirrer. This is entirely different from the formulator. For some various reactions needed this kind of stirring facility. So that's why we got provided this kind of for all of reactors. It's paddle plate stirrer. Here that we had seen the formulator and reactor and our second floor. This is our first floor. From the reactor to formulator we have a line. With the help of gravitational force it is coming. That's why this kind of structure we get provided. We don't need any pump to transfer material from the reactor to formulator. It will come through this line. So that's why we get kept the formulator on the ground first floor and the filling point as the ground floor. This is the bottom of our melting pot. This is the bottom of the reactor. These are the two formulators we are having in this plant, 6 scale capacity. This area is called our new liquid plant, expanded unit of our old liquid plant. That's it. I am showing a similar video only, but it will show the detail of our formulator. Yes. Madam, I think I lost my connection.
Okay, do you want me to open it?
Yes. Clear. Next slide. This
This
no,
one?
previous slide. Previous slide. Just play this video. You can forward it to a little bit. Yes, you can stop it here, madam. You can stop. Yes, this is our formulators. I told you all our formulators were anchors type steerer. So earlier we had seen a 1500 kg formulator. This one is 6 kl, 6000 liters formulator. So we can go to the next slide now. So we have, I told you, we had expanded our unit, putting another plant during 2008 with a 9 KL capacity. Since all our old vessels are having maximum capacity of 6000 kg, I will show you that plant, reactor and formulator. This video, first video, this one. Stop it. Okay. This is our reactor. Since the reactor is running with the production, so I am not able to take inside view. So I am just giving the external view of our reactor. So from the reactor, as I told, material, the gas formation will be go to the condenser, and from the condenser, it condenses as a liquid, it will come to here. As a, this is called a receiver. This one is the raw material measuring vessel. Measured quality of raw material needs to be pumped to this vessel. From here, we can add material to the reactor in liquid form. These are the valves to control the rate of addition of raw material from this vessel to our reactor. So, okay, madam, you can end the video. This reactor is 3000 kg capacity. You can see the temperature is about 126 now. This is a pressure gauge. So flow view plus. This is suction line from for raw material. This plant is completely flame proof. We have flame proof settings. We go to next slide now. Next video. Sorry, next video. This one. So here also from the reactor to the formulator, even though it's looks like a reactor, we are using it as a formulator only, but it is having all the facilities of reactor. So you can see in the material how it rotates. It's just before filling. This is temperature indicator, pressure gauge. This line is for pumping material from the ground floor to here. We have a mechanical seal since it's a pressurized vessel, so we have a for coolant here. So this is the warehouse associated with that plant. We are storing raw material main floor, this particular plant. So we are bringing material from the vehicle to this floor by using our goods lift. Okay, we'll go to the next slide now. This one, play this one. Actually, you can see how we are charging our raw material. This is, I think, we are taking some water, charging it to the formulator, 1500 kg formulator. So these are the PPEs. Please stop it. So helmet, mask, gloves, and there is shoes. So these PPEs are must. The mask needs to be changed based on the chemicals they are going to handle. Okay. Okay, madam, run this video. Since they are charging only liquid, they get removed the smaller mesh. So this is having only grill. So he is adjusting the variable frequency drive for adjust the steering speed of this motor. Actually, they are doing some. Madam, you can run this video. No, no, this one, this one.
Which one, sir?
This one, first one only. Yes, because there is some chemicals also added next. Because they are weighing the raw material. So weight display and again charging. Since this process involves only liquid blending, uh, I think 1:1 dilution. So they did this. Play this video now. Second one, filling. So once charging is completed and after passing all the QC parameters, then we go to start the filling. So this is called a filter. It is having a filter bag inside. It's a smaller container, 50 kg bag. They are using all the PPEs, helmet, goggles, mask, gloves, and shoes. Here it is video, man. They are arranging filled drums in a small pallet, wooden pallet. This pallet will be moved to the warehouses by using a small pallet rack. Normally, 6 drums they will keep 300 kg. These are the IPCs, intermediate bulk containers, 1000 kg capacity. So product label and hazardous information label here. Okay, go to the next slide, ma'am. So I told you the Swathi profile we have some utilities. So some of them I took some video and for your listen. Madam, play this video. First one. Yes, this is a transformer here. This is the government side transformer. This is our factory's transformer. So you can cover this one. Second slide. Second one. This one is melting chamber. We receive some raw material in waxy form or in semi-solid form. We have to melt it before we are charging. So we use this chamber for melting those raw material. So we go to keep the drums inside and set the temperature for 8 hours, or 10 hours, or 12 hours, depending on the times required. Madam, stop this. Time required. Then once the time is over, then we will remove the. We go to open the chamber and move the drums to near to the vessel, and with the help of barrel pump or manual charging, we can do. Then boiler we are using diesel as our fuel. This tank is supplying feeding water to our boiler. Okay, you can play the video, madam. Madam, you can play the video. These are our boiler. We can say these are very smaller in size and the capacity is very less. Just 600 kg per hour steam they are able to produce. That's why they are called baby boilers. They are not coming under the Indian boiler regulations. So that's why they are called non-IBR. The non-IBR means it will not come under the boiler regulations. So we have two boilers like this. So one is the old one. This one is recently acquired. Play this video now. These are parts of the boiler. We are firing diesel inside. Inside there is a coil. Coil will pass through the water pass through the coil. Because of burning diesel, it will create temperature, and because of the temperature, water convert into steam. That steam we are passing to the vessel for giving heating. This one is cooling tower. It's 200 TR cooling tower. We use this for our process needs cooling because they have some exothermic reaction. So that we are having to control the temperature, we got the cooling tower and again chiller. If, if we need low temperature for cooling or low temperature water for cooling, so we use chiller. Otherwise, we go for tower water only, cooling tower water only. We have a 200 kV diesel generator. So we can operate all our plants in case of power shutdown without any interruption. So next one is our laboratory. Since our plant is having 3-4 production units, we have inbuilt laboratory to test all our incoming raw material, finished product, and our finished in between the process control, quality control. So we have a few equipments, Brookfield Iscometer, to check the viscosity of few products and few raw material. KF titrometer is made for checking the water content of the product or raw material. Hot dip oven is made for checking the dry content of particular product or raw material. The TDS, electrical TDS checking instrument for incoming. We are purchasing TDS to ensure the quality of incoming water. We are using this instrument for that. So pH meter to check the pH, and this is a setup, equipment setup for taking a lab batches for synthesizing as well as doing some formulations. Since we are doing most of the process of formulations and having a wide range of quality parameters, for example, 30 to 45, 30 to 35 like that, we are not needing highly precise instruments like GC or HPLC. So that's why we are not having those equipments. These are more than enough for our day-to-day operations. If at all we need some specialized testing, we send the samples to authorized laboratories available at Chennai for testing. That is very rare. So go for next slide. Yeah, this is our laboratory. Small video of our lab. This video. Go to that top. Yes. It's a refrigerator for checking storage stability at 0 degrees Celsius, not for any or human usage. This one is called viscometer to check the viscosity. Brookfield viscometer. So since it's one of the costliest equipment, we are keeping this inside cover. Then it's a hot plate. Precision balance of accuracy of 0.0001 gram. This one is pH meter, and this is a formulator setup. This is normal bucket they are using for some formulation, I think. So hot air oven for testing the dry contents. This one is fume chamber, but it is whenever we need it for any reaction we will use. Otherwise, we are not using it. It is just idle only. This is also oven for checking the just storage stability of our products. That's all. Thanks. Go for next slide now. Yes, sir. So this is inside the laboratory. People to feed COA parameter system. So these are the PPEs, goggles, mask, gloves. They wrote code. These are the mandatory for our chemists. So go to next slide now. Then we have sample storage room. Samples means whatever the raw material we receive, we go to collect counter samples based on the lots, different lots we receive for a particular RM. We are with the current range of products, we are handling almost 164 different variety of raw material we receive. This 164 means it will increase the volume of samples because some of the lots, for example, if we are purchasing 6,000 kg material from one party, he is supplying 3 different lots. So I have to take samples from 3 different lots. So we have to keep those samples for 1 or 2 years or till we exhaust the raw material. We have to keep it at our end. Similarly for finished goods, currently we are making about 60 different products. So those product samples also we go to retain it. Every month we produce about 1,000 batches. So those batches we go to retain some samples. So that's why we are having a sample storage room for raw material and finished goods. You can play the video now. Yes, that's all. Go to the next slide. So RM and PM warehouses. PM means packing material, RM means raw material. We have about 1,000 square feet, 10,000 square feet warehouse to hold 300 tons of different raw materials and about 4,000 numbers of empty drums meant for our filling finished goods. These are the empty drums. We have different packs is 50, 25, 50, 120, 150, 200 and 1,000. It's a small video of our raw material storage. These are the fire extinguishers and hazardous symbols we have provided in all our warehouses for our employees to know what are the risks available in for handling the raw materials. This is for packing material. This is raw material. So bags normally we keep away over the wooden plywoods. We'll go to the next slide, ma'am. These are some photos taken because we cannot take all the videos of all these warehouses. So just took some photos. These are the 120 kg packs, packing material. These are the raw material storage. This is a different view. This is the warehouse we had seen the plant. Go to the next slide. So finished product warehouse. So similarly, 10,000 square feet warehouse to store 400 tons. I told you same 10,000 square feet warehouse we were able to store only 300 to 350 tons of raw material. But here I am saying it's a 400 tons because raw material is coming in different forms. Bags, 25 kg, 20 kg, 1,000 kg, 500 kg, like that. So the pack size are very much varying and lots are different. So we have to give more space there. But finished goods mostly all are in the same type of packing material. So from this small space also we can store a little bit more finished goods than raw material. That's why we are able to store more finished goods than raw material for the same warehouse. So this is the loading unloading point for raw material as well as finished goods. One of our warehouses. This is a small video of finished goods. You can stop this, madam. You can stop this phone. Madam, you can stop it. Madam, just go, just the board. You have to fix the board first. Yes, this is must for entering into a chemical industry. So you have to know what are the signs means. This kind of signs. This one you can say it's a flammable, corrosive. So like that. This is the carcinogenic. This is irritant. So what are the dangers of raw material? These boards will be displayed or pasted on the drums of raw material as well as finished goods. So even if our finished good is having some hazardous nature, we paste this kind of labels. Yeah, we called it. These are the three square triangle labels. We normally paste along with our product label in all our packings of finished goods. So this symbol will reflect what are the actual hazards inside, whether it is a flammable or hazard, health hazard, or environmental pollutant, marine pollutant, like that. This we display in all our warehouses for them to know what is what. So go for next slide now. So this is I told you cold storage area. We have two refrigerator here to maintain temperature about 20 to 22 degrees Celsius. So we need to store enzymes with this temperature only to increase the shelf life of those enzymes. So go for next. So this is our water treatment, ETP effluent treatment plant. So in our plant, the wastewater generation is effluent. That is effluent is just generation of washing of vessels. When change one product to another product, so we go to wash the vessel first. So that washed water will contain some remains of the previously produced batches. That water we are calling as a effluent in our factory. We have a 13,000 liter underground storage tank. So we collect all the wash water generated from the all these three plants. So whenever we are changing, sometimes if you are continuing the same product for next 5 to 7 days, there is no need to change in between. There is no generation of wastewater during that time. So this like that. If, for example, if you are producing 5 different formulation in a particular plant, the wash water generation is only 5 different times, right? 5 times. So it will be about 200 to 500 liter at a time. For 5 times, I mean 2.5 tons, maximum 3 tons. We have an underground storage tank of 13,000 capacity. We will collect it and we will treat it whenever our effluent treatment plant is ready for the treatment. The wash water is first collected underground storage tank, then pumped to the treatment tank where we add alum and alkali to or acid to adjust the pH of the treatment water. Then the settled when after adding the alum, normally some kind of coagulation will happen, and the coagulation will settle the chemical remains to the bottom of the first tank. Then the overflow water will be passed to the second tank where we grow aerobic bacteria. That bacteria will degrade the chemicals, remaining chemicals of the overflow water passed to that tank. From that tank, we will pass the overflow water to another settling tank. Here, the cells of dead cells of bacteria will settle there, and overflow water will be passed to the sand filter, and then subsequent to carbon filter. Then it will be passed to the through the RO reverse osmosis plant. After treating the reverse osmosis plant, the good water, good quality water we are consuming for our production purpose or washing purpose, and the waste water generated from our reverse osmosis plant will go to electrical evaporator for evaporation. After evaporation, we will get some sludges. That sludges will be collected and stored separately and will be given to the authorized distributor. This is how we are treating our wash water in our plant. So we are not supposed to release any treated water to our environment, so that we had installed all these things to follow the guidelines given by Pondicherry Pollution Control Board. That's why we got the green award from them a few years back. So, you can play this video, madam. Actually, the plant is not in operation now. So this tank is for treatment and settling. And the second one is aeration tank. Third one is another settling, then filters, and then it will come to RO reverse osmosis plant here. Yes, sir. Go for next slide. So apart from that, we have a caustic lye storage tank of 20,000 liter capacity. We may receive this material in tankers, and then it will be given to the plant by using these pumps. And if need, we can collect it in drums also from here. Go for next slide, ma'am. This, you all aware that this is the forklift for to handle the intermediate bulk container like this. These are the vehicles designed by our executive director to move packing material from here to the plant. Each accommodates 60 numbers. So if we take two vehicles, 120 numbers of drums will go to that plant. Why we had kept 120 means 120 means we can fill 6,000 kg of product. 6,000 kg is our normal standard batch size for two out of our older plant. So if you want to produce your 9 tons, so we have to go for one more trip. That's that. So that's why we designed this vehicle, manually operated only. This area is to store our hazardous waste. Hazardous waste means we receive some raw material, we use it, and after our use, even after rinsing these drums with the water, it's still having some remains. So as per the pollution control board norms, they classified these drums as a hazardous waste. So we have to keep it in a concrete floor with the roof, and we would dispose it through the authorized dealer or whoever is holding the license to treat or something. So this is also must for a chemical producing unit. We got to show this in our the plant project. So go for next slide. Yes, so I think I had taken you to all our plant machineries. Now you can see a little garden we are having in our factory. So I told him our director is MSc Ambulance Botany, so he had created all these things in our factory premises. We have 100% lovebirds, these two cages. So they are very atmosphere here, so it will go on. So we are able to keep them for more than 25 years at our site. When I was joining here, only 12 birds were there. Now we have two cages, more than 250 lovebirds are here now. So this is one of the evidence how we are maintaining our factory without any harm to the environment. So go to the next slide, ma'am. These are the few photos taken inside our factory. So that's all. I hope that you learned something and you had this visit was useful to you. So, madam, I have one more slide to show the formulation process. So, is it okay? We have timing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. We have.
Oh, yeah,
It's
we have,
4:41. We
we have
definitely
time.
have.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have time.
Okay.
Will you share it or should I share it?
Yeah, I am trying to share it, but I'm not able to see anything here. Share screen. Can you able to see this? Can you see
Not
this,
yet
ma'am?
open. I can see the file, but it is not opened.
Why it is open now?
Sir, I will share it. Don't worry, sir.
No. Your screen sharing is paused like that. It is showing. Your screen sharing is paused like that. I got the information.
No, I have not done anything. Shall I share it?
Yeah, ma'am, please.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes. So, in this presentation, I would like to discuss with you about how we are making our production here in our factory. So I told you that we receive production plan our customers in the form of PO or email or instruction or some kind of statements like this. So below is a short up plan we receive through email from one of our customers. Uh, so this is the way normally all the factories will receive the purchase order for raw material. Once we receive the PO and we go to gear up for the raw material, we go to check the raw material availability and if there is any shortfall, we go to arrange for the raw material. And then after receiving the raw material, we go to check all the quality parameters and if the quality parameters are meet, then we go to start the production. Go for next stage, ma'am. Next slide. Once we are ready with the raw material and production plan and production schedule, uh, what we will do now, our production team will raise a request based on the bill of material available with us for all the products. Bill of material means, for example, if you are producing product A needs four different RMs with a quantity. That is called the bill of material. Based on the bill of material, production team will ask the stores team to issue the raw material for that particular product. For that purpose, they are having a system in our software. If they enter the quantity and select the plant, everything, it will automatically the form will be generated. Then the form will go to the stores. Stores will check the RMs in the system and the lot numbers what we recommended, what we required, everything is matching. Then they will issue the raw material to the plant. They have a separate team. They will lift the material from the warehouse, raw material from the warehouse, and ship it to the plant with the help of pallet trucks or drum trolleys or even forklift. So once the material reaches the plant, our production chemist, quality control chemist will come and see whether the material arrived at the plant as per the raw material request form. So he will check and he will put his sign. Just he can verify all the raw materials and the raw material physically received at the plant and requested by them is matching like that. Once the production team get the okay from the lab chemist, they will start the production based on the standard operating procedure given to them. The standard operating procedure means it will have the simple steps of the process required. For example, the vessel should be empty and dry, and whether we had closed the bottom valve, whether the temperature steam line is open or steam line is closed, like the cooling line is closed. Then take required water and use proper PPEs for the raw material going inside, and then the quantity of raw material, time of how fast we go to charge those raw material, that is the rate of addition. Then the steering for speed, how much speed the agitator should run. So like that. So sequence of raw material and the time delay between the addition of two different raw material like that, everything will be covered in that SOP. So based on the SOP instruction, the production team will take care of the production in the plant. The plant. So the team should wear all necessary PPEs. I think you had seen in the In site visit also, our people wear helmet, goggles, mask, and shoes. The gloves and mask will change based on the nature of the different chemicals. What is the nature of the different chemicals? If you are entering a chemical plant, uh, you have to know what is the chemical, how to handle this, how to store it, everything. So you need not worry for all these things where you want to get it. This is compiled in a simple sheet called MSDS, Material Safety Data Sheet. It is available in internet, or if you are a customer, you can get this sheet from the product which you are buying from your vendor. So they will provide that sheet having almost 16 points each. First from the identification of the product and hazardous nature of this product and hazardous symbol of that particular product, whether it is a marine pollutant or environment pollutant or carcinogenic. Carcinogenic means cancer creating agent, irritant, corrosive, like that. What's the physical and chemical properties, and how accidental method, that means any spillage, anything happen, how to save the environment from that spillage, and how to treat the spilled material, like that, and firefighting measures, transportation measures, everything, all the details. So if you are going and if you are seeing any material filled in container or any spillage, you can just ask the concerned person available there for the MSTS before you touch that material. If you have the data sheet, so you are if you are asking the data sheet, then they will know you are a person knows about how to handle the chemicals. So MSDS is must. We normally provide all the MSDS for all the raw materials involved in the particular product to our production team. Apart from that, we have given proper training to handle those raw material. If it is a health hazard, how to maintain those, how to handle those stuffs, like that. So every year we are giving a training to them. So otherwise they will forget it and they started handling just like that. And some of the chemicals, no, they it will not hurt them immediately. We call them as a sensitizer. After 10 to 15 years, it will start showing his effect on our body. So we have to be more careful while working in our chemical industry, especially for handling chemicals. That's why the MSDS is most important for a person working in chemical industry. So go for next sheet, madam. So you can run this first slide. This is the way the raw materials arranged at the plant by store stream for charging for a particular product. So we have a goods lift through with the help of that lift, it will be lifted to first floor, second floor, and third floor. Just adjacent to the plan, they will arrange all the raw material as per the raw material request to be provided to them. This is our formulator, scale formulator. So they had taken some water inside as per the bill of material. The operator is just switch on the stirrer. And adjusting the speed. So this is the way we have to weigh each and individual raw material drum, whether it is having correct weight, and then the charging. Good. Next slide, ma'am. This one. Okay. So after charging raw material, the color of the water completely changed to what our product, how our product looks. So you play this video, ma'am. Okay, play this one. This one also. This one. This one is third stage aromatization. After charging all the raw material, then the production team will collect some sample from the batch and will give it to laboratory for testing. Uh, what are the main parameters required for that particular product? For example, pH. If the pH is higher or lower than the required level, then lab chemist will give instruction to reduce or increase the pH. And similarly, they test the raw material for the dry content. So if the dry content is more than the required, then we go to add water or something to reduce it. And if it is less, so we go to add the raw material proportionately to increase to max the dry content. So if it is a 1:1 product, it is easy. So if it is a multiple raw material going inside, it is not possible for just the dry content. So that what we do normally in the production, we reduce the water input by 200 to 300 kgs depending on the batch size. So definitely it will give higher solid content. So then after checking the dry content at plant, laboratory, we need to add not all 400 liters. At least we go to add 300 liters to adjust the dry content required level, so that the quality will be maintained. If you add more water and the dry content is lesser than specification, then we go to do all the corrections in the batch by removing this from the vessel, and we go to blend it with the higher solid content product like that. So it's a waste of time and waste of manpower, waste of money, everything. So that's why we are taking some precautions to reduce the water input and adjusting the dry content after completing the batch. So once the batch is passing all the parameters as per the QC report, then they will do filling based on the pack size, 50 kg or 100 kg or 200 kg. I think filling already you had seen. For just I am showing for another for a quick reference. Go for next slide, madam. Here you had seen how the filling is happening. This is the filter, and we can change the inside back filter based on the requirement from 1 micron, 2 micron to even 200 micron filters. So go to next slide, man. Just this video already they had seen. So these are the, I already told, once complete the charging of all RMs, production team will collect a sample from the vessel, send it to lab. Lab chemist will test all the parameters. And if they find deviation, they will suggest corrective measures. Once the correction is done, production team will start the filling and packing. And filling sample will be collected by lab team for checking the final parameters to update the finished report test report. We go to provide our customer for our final report. That's why they are repeating all the parameters once the filling is going on. So after the filling, the product will shipped to finished product warehouse, and the finished product report will be submitted to stores. That report will have raw material components consumed, packing material consumed, and quantity produced. For example, if it is 6 ton batch, if you are actually it is 6050, it will have that yield. If it is less than batch size, it will also show that in that report. After accounting the quantity produced, it will be moved to customers as per the schedule. This is a simple formulation process. Since all our vessels are busy in reactions, I'm not able to take videos of the reactors and not able to share it this time. So we'll see next time if we get a chance again. Madam, I think I had completed everything.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I think for the record of, for everybody's record, I would like to say that all of these videos were done exclusively for PAL's partner institutes. I mean, none of these videos were there available. Mr. Uma Shankar, I think we should pass on our sincere appreciation to you, sir. He has taken a lot of effort
Thanks a lot.
from
Thanks
the
a lot.
beginning of the, how we safely enter in this COVID times to the point where he showed his warehouse and of course the wonderful garden and everything. I think it was definitely a great effort from your side, sir.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you
madam.
for all your effort. We have few questions that I did share it with you earlier. I'm sure a lot of it would have been answered over the course of your presentation. I'll just put up that as well. One second, just give me a second. And to the participants, if there are any questions on what you have seen so far, you may type it in the chat box or you may want to raise your hand and ask your questions directly. Meanwhile, we'll just take up the questions that came in the during the registration time. Sir, you're able to see the questions, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Chart box, no?
No, on the presentation, I have shared the
Yes.
Okay. So some of these, I think, what are the various process involved in, I think in general, they're asking in industry.
Yeah, in my presentation itself, I had shown distillation process, formulation, amidation, polymerization. So like whatever our plant can capable to handle, I told you, no. Based on our plant, I am telling we can do distillation reaction, condensation reaction, amidation reaction, and sulfonation, polymerization, even simple formulation like that we can do. So normally, since we had designed this plan meant for our customers' requirement, we are having all these facilities here. But if you are going for particularly for polymerization plant, they can make only polymers, not for other products. So because their infrastructure, treatment plant, everything centered on that particular polymerization production only. Here, since we are handling different customers and different requirements, our plant is able to produce multiple products here. What are the chemicals manufactured? We are not actually manufacturing chemicals. We are manufacturing a blend of chemicals. We are manufacturing a blend of chemicals. That is the formulated products. It will have a mixture of acids, alkalis, inorganic salts, ethoxylates, then bases, big bases, sodium salt of are buffer acid buffers like that. We can say we are the chemicals we are manufacturing. What are the safety precautions? So as I told you, whatever the chemicals we are going to handle, you need to have that MSDS on your hand. That MSDS will have everything, the nature, from the nature to how to handle, how to store, how if there is any spillage, how to treat and how to prevent, everything is having that MSDS. So if you're going to use acetic acid or sulfuric acid or any or sodium gluconate or something, you can get it from your vendor, or you can extract that state of that MSDS from the internet. It is available freely. So just to go through it, based on the instruction given, you can approach any chemicals. You need not worry about anything. So if you are able to handle it safely, so you need, if you are having all the information, if you can handle it safely. That is what I say. Then what is the process involved in the production unit? I said we are blending just for textile chemicals formulations and fat liquor formulations and synthetic tanning agents. Can we rate any projects with the waste from industry? Yeah, as I told you, for our plant, the waste is only waste water. So we have a one process here. So if you are able to do something better with our wastewater, we yeah, we can adapt it. This is common for any plant because biodegradation for effluent treatment is common for most of the chemical industries. If you can improve, still your ideas will be welcome, always welcome. You can visit here and you can give your valuable suggestion. We will definitely acknowledge all those things. However, organics are going hand in hand with the technology. Technology, we have all the technologies like distillation process, even polymerization process, all these technologies we are having. Um, so if any customers they are approaching, if they are coming to us with different products, we are ready to go for to meet their requirement to suit their products. So we are ready to go for any level up to any level to meet customers' requirement. Our industries are controlling pollution, making use of non-usable byproducts. So most of the industries having their own equipment to control the release of chemicals to the environment. In our case, our waste is only wastewater, so we are having a treatment plant to treat it and reuse it. And whatever sludge we are getting, it will be given to authorized disposer. They will use it as a sand filling facility approved by government of India, government of Tamil Nadu, government of Pondicherry. With regard to air pollutions, they have some engineering controls for air pollution. But luckily, we are not having our formulation not having creating any air pollution because if we run only the polymerization product, definitely it will have some impact. For that purpose, we have separate scrubber and everything to control the emission of chemicals to the atmosphere. That water will be treated in our effluent treatment plant, and we'll use the wastewater at our site. How do the industry can manage productivity and sustainability without a compromise on each other? So we are example. We are able to manage our productivity and sustainability. We are running our plant for almost this is 27th year. Last August, October 14th, we entered into 26th year of 27th year. So all these 26 years, we are a different issuing company to all our partners, all our partners. You need not compromise anything. If you are sticking with your quality of production and your guidelines given to you by the customer or the government, definitely it is possible. You do not compromise anything. The next question: how chemicals from industries are manufactured, particularly volatile liquid? That is a different process. Volatile liquids, even though it is not related to me, I'm trying to answer you with my knowledge. Mostly the volatile liquids are produced from the petrochemical industries. They have a bigger distillation columns, fractional distillation like that. So these, with the help of those distillation columns and condenser, higher capacity condenser, they are able to condense the gaseous form of those liquids. And with the help of converter, they are converting it to liquid and keep it in the barrels or something as per the requirement of customers. So that's all.
Sir, thank you. There are a few more questions in the chat box. First of all, I think, few of them have said it's a very good, wonderful explanation. So thanks once again. One of the question which has been repeatedly asked is the process involved in the effluent treatment plant, which you showed in the last few slides.
So, yeah, I told you, first we are collecting the wastewater in a underground storage tank because our plant capacity is maximum 1,000 liter we can treat in a day. If all our plants are generating wash water with 3 to 4 different product changes, the wash water will be more. It will reach more than 1,000 liter. That's why we are having a 10,000 liter storage tank. Sometimes even for a week we don't generate any wastewater. So those that particular that time, no, that plant will be idle. So that time the stored water can be treated there. For treatment, first the water will have some chemical contamination. So we have to remove that contamination first. That's why we are adding 10% alum and adjusting the pH by using weak acids or a weak base to neutralize it. After adding alum, there is a process called coagulation. In this process, the chemicals available in that water get settled at the first storage tank. So once the chemicals are settled, the overflow water will go, very little remains of chemicals. That chemicals we are passing into the aeration tank where we are having aerobic bacteria. That bacteria, the growing that bacteria, no, we are keeping, because of the aeration, we are keeping the bacteria in a suspended level only. That suspended bacteria will degrade the chemicals available in the water. During the aeration, we are passing air also to maintain the biochemical oxygen demand and chemical oxygen demand of that particular water, so that the bacteria will live, because they need particular oxygen in the water to survive. So that's why the aeration is helping them to survive, as well as to keep the that bacteria in suspended form. If we are not agitating that vessel, aeration tank, all the bacteria will go and settle at the bottom. It will not no use of our treatment. So that's why the suspended bacteria, once the chemical water entered in the tank, they started degrading those chemicals. So the remaining water only will go to the third settling tank. There the cells of dead cells of the bacteria will be settled at bottom. From there, we will pass it to the filters, sand filters, and then carbon filter, like that. After passing all these filters, the water will be look like crystal clear water, but it is still having some unwanted particles. That's why we are having a reverse osmosis plant where the water is treated, and the good water will be collected in intermediate bulk containers and used for our production purpose, and the waste water will be passed to the effluent, electrical evaporator. That evaporator dried the wastewater from the dried sludge of reverse osmosis water, wet quality water. No, that water, that sludge will be given to authorized disposal unit. We will collect it and send it to them for treatment or sand filling, like that. This is a simple process. This process is called the biodegradation of effluents. So this is applicable where the concentration of chemical is very less. If you are generating a effluent as a byproduct, then that is a different thing. You have to have a separate treatment plan, chemical treatment plan for that purpose. That involves a lot of chemistries. So this is our process.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Mr. Umashankar. Dr. Venkatesh, Perumal, and Tahir, I hope your question got answered. There is another question on from NEC, National Engineering College, Kamali, but I'm not sure if the question is complete. What type of raw material that we are using?
Yeah, I told you almost 160 different raw material. It involves fatty acids, amine, big acids, ethoxylates, inorganic salts, lots of different chemicals, amines, silicones. So since we are producing multiple products for multiple purpose, we are handling different kind of raw materials.
Okay, and related to that is what type of chemicals and how much proportions you agitated in the formulator?
That is depending on the process requirement. Some chemicals needs very mild stirring, because for example, if the finished product is having ethoxylates as a raw material, ethoxylates is nothing but surfactants. That raw material will normally generate foam. So that kind of products we have to go for a slow speed stirring. So if you want to mix some inorganic salts in some chemicals, we need high speed agitations. For that purpose, we have to give high speed stirring. In some cases, we have to some additions will require some kind of it will generate heat. To control that heat, we need to give cooling. Since some formulation it itself needs temperature, we have to keep it 40 to 90 to 130 degrees Celsius to maintain to dissolve some raw material in our liquid. So these are the various kind of process involved in our formulations. So everything will vary. We cannot fix. This is the speed. This is the speed of flow rate of raw material addition, like that. We cannot fix. If it is a single processing unit or single chemical processing unit, we can fix. For example, if you are converting alcohol to aldehyde and aldehyde to acid, there is a flow, everything is set. If you can have a small control room, and you can control everything from the storage tank of alcohol, from the storage tank to the reactor of aldehyde. Then once the aldehyde is completed, from aldehyde storage tank to acid tank, yeah, all the flows you can control. It is a fixed, but here it's a batch process. It is having different, the process batches are produced for different purposes, so we cannot fix uh, the process here.
Okay, thank you, sir. I hope, Karpagam, your question got answered. And you spoke about diesel being used in boilers. So
Yes.
the question is, instead of diesel, can they be used biodiesel?
Yeah, biodiesel we can use, but the availability, there's availability issue. That is the one. Also, we have to do some fine tuning of our boiler to suit that requirement. If there is any availability constraint, definitely we will go for alternate fuel only. Since we are getting diesels uh, more than enough for our requirements, so we are not thought of it, but we will keep this option as in our future requirement.
Nice, sir. From again National Engineering College, is there any byproducts produced in this? I don't know what he
No
is.
byproducts. It's a simple formulation. So we are just blending up various chemicals, and some reactions are there. That is a distillation reactions. So we are just distill out the water produced during the reaction. So that's why no byproducts we are generating here.
Okay. If I'll just pause for briefly for 30 seconds here. Any more questions? You can type, or you may want to raise your hand and ask. Otherwise, we'll be concluding the session now. Okay, now I would request Mr. Ravi Venkatraman, our industry champion, to give the concluding remark. Ravi?
Yeah, thanks, Sujata. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, good
Yes.
evening, everybody.
Yeah.
I think it was a great session by Swathi Organics, which was our first industry visit with a virtual visit of the factory, which has been done for the first time now. I think it's a grand success. And for this, I like to thank Mr. Swaminathan for having given the opportunity, right? You are the one who has encouraged this entire exercise and saying that we should do it and we should do something for the community, for the colleges. Like to thank Mr. Natarajan for having come and then, given us a, brief introduction, because in spite of his busy schedule, he came and met us. But the man of the match award certainly goes to Mr. Umashankar. He has done a fantastic amount of work, which is unbelievable. He himself has taken, all the videos of the various plants, the various places. He had prepared all the, the PPTs. He had put in tremendous amount of effort on this exercise, for which, in fact, for all the credit really goes to him. I like to thank him, I think, profusely for all the effort. I think, sir, it was a fantastic show. It was very useful. And, we had about 380 people have come for the session. And I'm sure that everybody is very well appreciated because many of them are still there on the session. And fourthly, I would like to thank Mr. Sambasivam, who is one of our core team member, who had the initial contacts, who had, contacted Swaminathan, right, and then made this happen. And I like to thank also Sujata for having organized it, Rakesh, my other core team member, for having, in fact, made the initial introduction. And finally, I like to thank the students and faculty of these various 28 colleges, which is almost about 380 in number, about 500 people registered, 380 people have come in. That's a fantastic number. And for this, I need to thank, actually, COVID-19, because that has made us possible for so many people to attend. Until last year, when we had a physical visit, all the companies will say don't bring more than 20 people. You used to again negotiate and well, we can increase it from 20 to 25. But this year it has shot up from 25 to something like 380. So I'm so happy that so many faculty and then so many students are able to take advantage right of virtual visits. I request all of you to give in your feedback, and so we can see. I mean, wherever we can improve, we'll always try to improve. With this, I want to wind up, and I want to wish you all the best, and have a nice evening.
Thank you,
very
Ravi.
much.
Thank you, Ravi. Before we log off, a couple of things that you are seeing it on the chat box. Once again, Mr. Umashankar has put in a lot of effort to form a very brief questions quiz on the session that we have conducted. This again is just to have a little bit of a brain tickling exercise on what you have listened, and how much have you been able to absorb what has been told to you. So obviously, as like our other events, the quiz winners will definitely have a prize. So please take the quiz. And as Mr. Ravi said, feedback is very important. We are open for, continuous improvements. So kindly take your, the feedback also. And all of these will only, make us give you, include your name in the attendance certificate. So with this, thank you all for participating. And once again, thank you, Mr. Umashankar, for all the effort.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
So I'll
Thanks a lot
share
for
the
you also.
feedback with you on what we heard from the session with you.
Okay, madam. Thanks, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Umashankar.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you, Mr. Rakesh. And thank you, Samba.
Well, Samba is not here, right? Samba is on the call.
Was there. He was
You were there
there
initially. Oh, I see.
but then now I think he is logged off.
Wonderful.
Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thanks to all. Okay, madam.
Yeah, Umashankar, when I come to Pondicherry next time, I'll certainly come and visit your plant.
Sure, sir. You're always
It looks
welcome,
very
sir.
interesting.
Thanks, sir. Thanks,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you, Umashankar. It's a great show.
Thank you, Umashankar, sir. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir. Excellent presentations.
Thanks.
Ravi, can we leave?
Ravi is already left. So
Okay,
yes,
Sujata, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Rakesh.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye. Somebody asked me about certificate. I think, as I've always mentioned, attendance certificate will be given. So for those who have registered, who have recorded their attendance here in Zoom, and who have also taken their feedback. So it will be a common attendance certificate that will be given. Bye, Mr. Samba. Thank you. Jayanti ma'am, I think the quiz can be taken by this to faculty also. Sorry, I'm just seeing your message. I was into something else. I will check with Robin. I'm not sure if there is an option for faculty. Sir, Dr. Venkatesh, you can unmute, sir. Dr. Venkatesh.